What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stevie the Black. It's STEVEE. I'm a black. I'm back, and I'm here to give you not Eagles versus Cowboys, but I'm gonna call this video Eagles regular season finale because really, that's what it is. It's not Eagles and Cowboys. It's Eagles and Eagles regular season finale. You know, us Eagles fans don't get a whole lot of breaks, And this season has been such. I don't know what the words to describe this season are. I get. What's the word I'm looking for? I guess it's been a roller coaster because since week 3, which was the game against the Giants, till about week 12, which was the game against the Bears, I want to say it's been the most fun I've had as an Eagles fan. Like, up to that point, this season has been the best, most fun season I've ever had. Like, I've enjoyed walking into work and people be like, respect, respect. Like, not even Cowboy fans can say anything, It's so amazing. Really, it is. And then, we had our speed bump in Seattle in week 13. Okay, alright, fine. They need to punch in the mouth. Then week 14, Eagles are bouncing back. Carson Wentz is putting up another great game, and then he goes down. And it's like my world fell apart. And then the Giants game, Nick Foles is our quarterback. He's back. Does pretty good, but the offense is trash. It's like, oh my God, what the heck is going on? And then this past Monday, the defense was again good. It was great. But then Nick Foles was trash. The offense couldn't move the ball. And I'm just thinking, what has happened? Like, how did we go, like, all this? I asked my friend, I said, did we lose our identity? Are we trying to figure out what type of team we are again? Or what is it? And he's like, nah, we just been playing bad. And I'm just like, dang, bro. You would think losing Carson Wentz, yes, losing Carson Wentz is a bad thing. It's horrible. But you would think that the Eagles would want to do it for him. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be in the situation that we're in right now. This is only the second time in franchise history that we have 13 wins. It's wow. We are the number 1 seed. Haven't been that since 2004. Wow. It's like this season, man, it's oh my God, but I'll get more into that whenever the season ends, whether it be divisional, NFC championship, hopefully with a Super Bowl win instead of a loss. But even just getting to the Super Bowl would be great, but I want a Super Bowl, so I don't want to just get there, I want to win. But anyway, so if this isn't Eagles versus Cowboys, what is it? Well, basically, it's an evaluation game. It's an evaluation game for Nick Foles, right? Nick Foles did not play well against the Raiders. He just didn't. He was horrible. We were 1 for 14 on third down. Clearly, he needs to work on getting more familiar with the wide receiver core. Clearly, the running game has to be better. We've really been struggling in the run game without Wisniewski, so we really need him back. There's really no sense of playing him. And obviously, you're having the whole, do you start players, do you sit players? So I've thought about it, and this is what I've come up with. Obviously, you need to play Nick Foles. He needs the reps. Even if Nick Foles dominated in that game, I'd still say play him 1 quarter. in the Dallas game because he needs the reps. But because he played badly, I'd say play Nick Foles up until about halftime. You play him up until about halftime, then I'll be good. That'll be good enough. I don't think he needs to go past that. If you're playing Nick Foles, that means you got to play the whole offensive line. I guess if Wisniewski's ready to go, you play him too. But nah, let's just save him for the playoffs. So we'll have Warmack in there. Obviously Alshon and them gotta play. You don't want them getting hurt, but it's like, so it's like, what do we do? Well, maybe you only play Alshon for like a quarter, and then you let everyone else play. I don't know. LeGarrette Blount, Jay Ajayi, they don't need to play. Who else? The defense, Fletcher Cox, Brandon Graham, they don't need to play. Jalen Mills, Ronald Darby, they don't need to play. Malcolm Jenkins, he doesn't need to play. I'm hearing some things that we might see Sidney Jones, so that's going to be interesting. I want to see what he looks like. And then obviously, eventually, they're going to put in Sudfeld, and I'm really interested to see what he looks like too, because apparently he's been turning heads in practice. Like, apparently he's been looking real good. So, I don't want to use this scenario, but let's just say Foles looks terrible, right? He has another bad game, but then Sudfeld comes in and he's rocking, you know? Let's say he does good and Foles does bad. Does the thought of playing Sudfeld cross your mind? Because it crossed my mind Monday night. Like, yo, bench this man and let Sudfeld play, you know? Obviously, just like Foles, he has no connection with the receivers, but the one advantage I would say Sudfeld has is he's an unknown factor. That's basically what he's an unknown factor. Nobody has no tape on him, so it's not like, yo, let's study for this man. Let's see, he does this. No, you can't study for him because you don't know what he does. You don't know what he's good at. You don't know what he's bad at. But I am confident that Nick Foles will bounce back because, again, he has to. I believe the team, defense, again, they played good, so. And as I said, no J.J., no LeGarrette Blount. So that means you should see Clement, Barner. If you want to dress Smallwood, you can. We saw some Ellerby out there, so, obviously he has to play. So that's good. Really, that's really about it. There's nothing else really to say. Eagles got to clean up some mess. They really do. But luckily, we're at home, and that definitely helps, I will say. It's going to be cold. It's going to be cold, and that should mean advantage for us. But, if Nick Foles playing like that, then it's going to be even playing field. If it's an even playing field and we got to play Minnesota or the Rams, then it's like, ugh. But with that being said, that's really about it. I don't have anything else to say. I read this article today that apparently the Rams are going to rest their starters, so that way they don't get the 3 seed, and then they win their playoff game in the wild card round, they get us. You do realize, let's just say that is true, right? They're not beating the Vikings in Minnesota. I'm telling you that right now. They're not going to. They're just not. So, if I was them, wouldn't you think it'd be smart just to play them a little bit? You don't have a chance against Seattle. Not Seattle. Against, what's his name? Against the Vikings. You just don't. They already whooped you. But if you want to come to Philadelphia and get that whooping, by all means. By all means. I was thinking about it this year, and I'm like, have we faced any good teams at home this year? Besides the Redskins, I think, who gave us the toughest challenge at home. Oh, and the Giants. You know, we had to kick the 61-yard field goal in that game. I don't think we faced any tough teams at home. I mean, we did last year with the Steelers, beat them 34-3. We did against the Falcons, who were eventually going to the Super Bowl, 26-15. So we have beaten good teams. We didn't beat Aaron Rodgers because, well, I mean, he's that bad man, Aaron Rodgers. And we didn't beat the Redskins last year, but Aaron Rodgers was last year too. So, but we are 13-2 at home. As I said before, and it's interesting that Dallas is coming to us. Unlike Dallas, we don't let anybody roll up in here and just beat us. Just don't. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing all this. I don't feel good. We don't. If you want to win, the difference between Carson Wentz and Nick Foles is this. Carson Wentz says, you ain't about to come in my house and tell me what to do. And then he punched you in the mouth. What Nick Foles did was, guys, excuse me, I don't want you in my house. But they came in anyway and started rearranging the furniture. And Foles was like, guys, I said that's enough. And they kept pushing him around and kept ignoring him until finally he was like, enough! And he had his boys come down and help him out. And then they got out. And then they rearranged the furniture back to the way it was before. And they were like, dude, why didn't you call us? He's like, I thought I could do it. We're going to need him to do it. So he needs to get his act together. Like I said, I think he'll play well. It'll be interesting. Plus, I want to see what Sudfeld looks like too. And let's close this out with a bang, y'all. It'd be great to go 14-2, but I predict 13-3. So we'll see what goes down. But with that being said, that's pretty much about it. So I will see y'all after that. I'll probably do a recap video just to see how Nick Foles did. See how the rest of the team looked. See how Sudfeld looked. And then I'll be back to do my preview video for the wild card round. Alright? So until next time, if you're not down with that, I've just got 4 words for you. Remember, we're still hashtag doing it for Carson. Or hashtag do it for Carson. So I'm still doing it for him. Gotta do it for him. Because he deserves it. Till next time, peace out, y'all.